Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide, hide, hide. Nah. Check this out. I wanted to talk about eating to live. I didn't make anything recently about it. Um, and I'm not even talking about vegan health. I'm talking about survival. We need to start eating better. We need to start trying to do away with the processed foods. The processed foods is killing us, guys. Um, that's the reason why I'm making this video because I want to remind people to be mindful of the things they eat. Um, what is it? Type 2 diabetes is one of the most prominent things. I said prominent. It's one of the bad things that's running rampant through our community. And the only way we can like eliminate it from our situation is the matter of the foods we eat. We got to change our diet. We got to stop messing with processed foods because processed foods is messing up our body. Because processed foods has a lot of preservatives in it, which is as a result of it, it takes it harder to break down in our body. And the reason why they put a lot of preservatives in food in general, you don't need to be a brain surgeon to know this. They do it because it has a longer shelf life. So that means that if it takes longer to be sold, it could take longer to be sold because its preservatives keeping it good and fresh. But unfortunately, as a result of it, is when we do buy that processed foods and we put it in our body, it does a lot of harm to our body more than we can imagine. Type 2 diabetes is something that's very significant, and a lot of people once they start hitting the 40s and 50s. And the reason is because of the food we eat. A lot of stuff can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Not everything and not every scenario. I'm not sitting there saying that. I'm no doctor, I'm not an MD. I'm more like a herbalist. Focus on being a holistic doctor. I'm studying that right now, just to put it out there. Um, it's all about eating right. A lot of medical problems we have, we got to stop relying on medication, in my opinion. I mean, medication is a good short term solution, but we need to focus on eating healthy because if you eat healthy, it eliminates most of your problems. Most of the problems people go through is because of what they eat. Now, with type 2 diabetes, here's the thing. Here's the thing in general. This is what I tell anybody. This is my advice. This is Kurt the Jerk advice. I want you to focus on eating by looking at the content of all the food you're eating. Like, look at the calories in it, the sodium. Whoops, wrong ones. Like I put the wrong one on there. You gotta look at sodium. You gotta look at high fructose corn syrup. That's very bad for you. I'm talking about that's the devil and the flush, and that really does damage to your body. So you gotta focus on that. You gotta focus on a lot of sugars because sugars is what's causing it. Not all sugar supposed to get converted into glucose in your body, and it's supposed to go into your cells. And how it goes into your cells is by the insulin. Now, insulin is created in your pancreas, but the problem is that, like for example, type 1 diabetes, their body's not producing no insulin at all. Type 2 diabetes, you tend to be insulin resistant. Let me explain what that is. Insulin resistant is something in which your cells is not allowing the insulin to open the door so the glucose can go in it because it's saturated with a lot of fat in it. And how that fat comes is from the processed foods and the bad sugars, in your body. So if you start eating healthy, the saturated cell that has all that fat in it start to drain out, and eventually your body could be replenished by glucose by the insulin because the insulin is like a key opener and the glucose is like the package that's put into your cell to give it the energy it needs for your body to be self-sustaining. So this is very important. I want you guys to really sit there and start taking your health serious. We just went through a pandemic. Pandemic looked like it's almost over. I don't want to jinx it, but it looked like it's almost over. The level, people is not catching COVID on a record number like it was before. We capped back 6 months. It was a nightmare, but things are starting to look a little bit better. So now I think we need to stop. We need to start focusing on our health. One of the things I tell people to get is Irish sea moss. I think Irish sea moss is awesome. I think there's a lot of health properties with it that we need to really pay attention to. Like for example, if you take 4 tablespoons or 20 grams servings of raw Irish sea moss, provides the following. Look at all this it provides: calories, proteins, fiber, well, fiber a little bit, zero total sugars, which is great. calcium 1%, iron, magnesium. There's a lot of stuff, copper, zinc. It provides a lot of good health and nutrition. And you just need 4 tablespoons per day. So I would recommend you go get yourself some Irish sea moss. I would recommend you make it yourself. I have a video. If you look at my YouTube channel, I got a video how to make Irish sea moss on there. So get yourself some sea moss. I think it's very important. It has a lot of good health qualities. It's not gonna take it to place of medication, but in due time, it will put your body in a better position so you don't have to never necessarily worry no more. So I want you to think about that. Now, as a one thing I want to talk about with you guys, and this is called black seed oil. Black seed oil is awesome. Let me show you it right now. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Black seed oil has a significance to it because let me see here. Black seed oil has a significance to it because what it was doing was helping people that have diabetes issues limit the amount of sugar in their body, so it could help reduce the high sugar content of having diabetes and stuff like that. See, it says it right here. It says black seed oil has and it says properties improve blood sugar levels. It has a review of 2019. So they did a clinical trial on it, to see the studies of it, and it may help reduce person's blood glucose, which is good. You want to reduce it, you want to have a decent number so you don't have no problems. So I tell people what they need to do is to do a hematology report. You need to do a report um as it pertains to your body. You need to see what your levels are. You need to see what your A1C is. Your A1C need to be around 5.1. If it's 5.8 and better, it's bad. That means that you're pre-diabetic levels. You want to have a low A1C. That would determine everything because remember, if you don't take care of this over a period of time, your body starts to deteriorate. So in order to get out that situation, you got to get rid of the processed foods. Buy all natural foods, all natural foods. I'm not telling you to become a vegan. I'm just telling you to eat natural. Try to cook most of your meals because you know what's in it. When you go to a restaurant, a lot of people don't know. I've worked in a restaurant before, and one thing I learned with a restaurant, because they're making a pot for a lot of people, they throw lots and lots and lots of ingredients in it, and most of those ingredients have a high salt content. So they put a lot of salt in there, a lot of salt, and then they mixing it up, and then they handing you soup or handing you this, handing you that. Oh, this tastes really good. It tastes great, but it's high in sodium, which is not good for you. So I tell people try to start cooking your own meals. I understand that you probably live life on the fly. Maybe you got 2 jobs. Maybe you're very busy, but you need to make time for your health because those 2 jobs ain't gonna matter if you're gone. So this is very important, and I'm just putting the information out there. Type 2 diabetes can be reversed in a lot of cases. Before you take Irish sea moss and before you take black sea oil, consult with your physician, consult with a nutritionist, and explain to them that you spoke to Kurt the Jerk on YouTube, and he was talking about black sea oil, the good health properties about it, and see what happens. This is very important. I want you to share this video. Please click like and subscribe with everybody. And they need to really take control of their health. You know, it's 2022. We just got over a pandemic. Pandemic is almost gone. But now a lot of us is left with health issues. Some people got long COVID or whatever. But you can do something about your body right now. Take action. Do it now. Don't wait until later. I hate to see people die from stuff that they can prevent. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you get run over by a car or if you get shot, that's something different. And I'm not trying to be funny. I know that's something you can't control. Or maybe you could. I don't know. But you can control what you eat to determine your body, to help your body and stuff like that. So I'm making this video. I didn't want to make this too long, but I'm putting the information out there. Peace and God bless. And I hope you follow.